What's up, everybody? Welcome to our new show. Welcome to Soap Dish. We are excited to be here. I am excited to be here, and of all people, I get to be here with my mama. What's up, lady?
Hey, I'm excited too. Talk
Listen,
about this story.
I don't believe I don't believe you really got me into this story. And in the beginning, of course, I was like, these people can't act, and it ain't about this show is good. Like
It's really, really good. Fantastic.
I think the show is really, really good. Before we even dive into the show, it's a couple questions I'm gonna ask you just about being on the show. But first and foremost, how do it feel being on a podcast, being online and live? And
It's interesting. That's
that's
all
it.
I could say at the moment.
That's
Interesting.
it. Just interesting. why you dressed like you?
something
Why?
something new.
Why you dressed up like you going to church?
Because I went to church today.
Well, anyway, to everybody who is joining us, we are happy to be here. I'm excited really just to do this podcast. It's cool to be doing something with my mama. So, I mean that of course is super exciting, but it's really cool to be doing this podcast. And I've seen a whole bunch of like recap shows, and of course there's the rewatch show for Living Single that has been doing really good. But these type of shows have been doing very good for a while. So, I think it's really good that we're doing this. I think it's going to help the network a lot. And there's a lot of people who were super excited. And then the cool thing is, I'm kind of connected with one of the publicists for the show, or at least for a couple people on the show. So it's going to help us because the idea and the goal is that we'll be getting people from the show to actually come on here, and then they can actually break down episodes and break down shows with us as well from their perspective. I think it'll be cool. We are going to get some of you on chat too. So, depending on who comes in, how many people we get in, we may invite people on to actually chat with us and give us their take on the episode and the characters and that sort of thing. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff going on right now. And in this episode, we're really going to be, and we're kind of late in the game. Well, I'm late in the game because somebody else is on episode 130 whatever already. So maybe I'm the one that's late in the game, but we probably should have started doing this all the way back when the show started. So it is still season 1, so we're doing good, but we got a lot of catching up to do. So this episode is really going to be about getting to know the characters. Who are the main characters, the lead characters? What is the central plot line? Why do people like the show so much? All kinds of things. So it's kind of like the beginning, but then next week we getting into the show, and we might get into a little bit of it today because the cat is already out the bag. What's his name is dead. Who just got killed? Because
Vanessa's husband,
I know I'm finna say his name wrong. Doug.
Dougie.
Okay, so yeah, so Doug is dead,
So
and
they say.
okay, yeah. So they say because it is a soap opera, so people have died and then they came back. Who was that? Who was that on The Young and the Restless who kept dying? Who died and came back?
I forget.
Oh yeah, it is a soap opera, and we do got to remember that. So it's cool, but I do like that there's known people in the show already. So Tamara Tooney, Clifton Davis, Keith Robinson, who plays the new Ted, which I don't know what to say about the new Ted versus the old Ted. So I think we might have to talk about that a little bit too. But what are you looking forward to with this podcast?
I just want to delve into the story and
Okay.
see what their thoughts are about the story.
Okay.
Um, what do they specifically think about the characters?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would like to know.
Okay. I mean, I think that's good. I do want to see what other people think about it too. Like, do you think that it's realistic?
Yeah, some of the stuff that happens could actually happen in real life. I mean,
And I just asked it because, like, when we went, like, and that we both was like
well,
crazy.
some things are far fetched, but
Yeah,
some things have been far fetched, but
we were like, you and I both were like head over heels for have the haves and the have nots. And sometimes a lot of the stuff that would happen, you'd be like, that's just like that ain't gonna happen. Like with the HIPAA stuff and the haves and the have nots. It was like really
right.
like
Well, it's the same thing with
with the girl that
with
worked in the hospital now.
Beyond the Gates.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
some scenes, because I've worked in the hospital, some scenes just didn't seem like something that would really take
happen.
place within the hospital.
Right. But then keeping in
But then
mind
it's a
too,
story.
right. But then also keeping in mind the setting of it. So where it's based at, and it's supposed to be in the South, isn't it?
No, it's in Virginia,
But how? But like
in
how are?
DC. I think they're in the DC area
Oh,
because,
oh yeah, it's like Maryland.
yeah,
Okay, well never mind. That theory's out the door because like how like hospitals in the South, they aren't necessarily up on all the stuff that we're up on. So some stuff
no,
is
but
still
that's
not.
not a, well, that's a southern state. Virginia is considered a southern state, but
But Maryland ain't.
no.
So okay. Well, yeah, I want to know some of the same things too. Um, I'm excited because we can actually connect with like the viewers. And the cool thing is that some of like the fan sites and whatnot have caught wind to the fact that we're doing this podcast and they've been tagging on the posts and stuff that I've been putting up. So I think there's a lot of people that we're going to be able to get on the podcast, but namely people from the show. We are going to be able to get on the podcast, and Keith Robinson is probably going to end up being one of the first people that we get on the show because I've been doing some work with his publicist already. So I think that's going to be really really cool. Um, it's all super super exciting. Um, and then the other cool thing too is that we may have some guest drop-ins too, like as far as co-hosts, because you got Penny who wants to get on. Joy is watching and is up on all of the episodes, so maybe Joy might be able to get on one Sunday or something like that. We are going to be on every Sunday at 6 p.m. And essentially, the way it's going to work is when we come on Sundays, we're going to break down Monday through Friday. So all of the episodes, we're going to break it down on the show, talk about it. Again, we may get some of you up on the screen, which I think will be super, super cool. So hopefully you guys are excited as we are. I'm really excited. I know that Mama J is really excited. So we are going to actually start moving forward with some of the stuff that we have planned for this episode. So again, we are going to be breaking down the cast. Breaking down who's on the show. At least the main people anyway, and then we're going to get into some of the plot line and whatnot. So it is time to meet the families. So Miss Jen, okay, Ma, I can't call you by your first name. So Ma, I would love for you to kind of get us started. What's up with the Duprees? Those are the main people of the show, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so
And you have Anita Dupree,
yeah,
who is played by Tamara Tooney.
yep, I like her.
And yeah, I like her too. And then you have her husband, Vernon Dupree,
That's
and
that's
he's
that's the
played
Reverend.
by Clifton Davis.
That's the Reverend from Amen.
Right.
I thought.
And,
Never mind. I ain't even gonna tell you that. Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead.
and then you have Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson, and that's played by Daphne Duplay.
Hmm.
And then Danielle Dupree, who is also known as Danny for short, and she's played by Carla Mosley.
I like Carla Mosley. That's who I want to get.
I do too. I really like
I want to
her.
get on it. It's the eyes. Like people gonna shoot me, but she got the Wendy Williams eyes. Like she got the Wendy Williams look. I like her.
But
I
I
really,
like her.
I really, really like her. Um, her character is all over the place, and I think it's something that really brings. I mean, obviously the humor, but it makes the show interesting though. It makes the show very, very interesting. Like she's I think she's definitely an asset to the show, but like her character and the storyline, like is to me is good. Like I really, really like her.
Yeah, I like her the best out of all the Duprees.
Yeah. Sometimes
Well,
I
I
don't.
like her best next to Anita. I like Anita too.
I was gonna say I like Anita, but sometimes like I don't know. Like it's sometimes it's I mean most times it's very believable, but then sometimes it's just not believable. Um I don't know. I don't know what that dynamic is, and I've been trying to figure that out. But like, remember when she was trying to? This is like episode maybe 60 or whatever, and she was trying to get the band back together, the group, and
Right.
the girls was coming in, and then they was barking back at her and all of that stuff for the past whatever. Some of it seemed real, and then some of it was like, nah, it's they acting, or I don't know. I think it's just certain scenes, but I do like their characters though. I just wish that, and maybe I'm wrong, and it would be cool if, because I see it's a few people, I see it's people watching. It would be cool if maybe some people could jump in the comments and maybe comment on that too, because I don't know. I don't know what it is with Anita. Like, I wish they would. And I just said this the other day. They need to toughen up or something. Like they just too goody goody. Like I feel like they got some demons. They got some darkness that ain't been opened up yet. I don't
Mm.
know. Like, what's your thought?
Uh, I don't know. I
I
haven't
feel like
really
it's. I
thought
feel like
about
it's
it.
something. I feel like it's something there. Like they just seem too good for nothing. Like
I
to be
haven't
us.
really
Like
given it any thought.
they just seem to me they just seem to be too good for nothing. Like I feel like I mean just like you're starting to see just like you started to see stuff that other people had in the past. Like who was it? Martin. Kid, what did he kill the man? And because what was he having the nightmares over?
Over killing that man.
Right. So he killed the man. So he got some stuff in the past, and then you find
I
out
think they all have something in the past
I do
that
too. Like
that they
when you
don't
look at
want to
Bill,
come out,
and
and
then you find out
eventually
that
it's going
Bill,
to come out.
and then you find out that Bill told the girl, "Good, go away, and
Right.
we'll kidnap your baby or whatever." And
Oh, yeah.
it's all kind of stuff popping up. All kind of
Right.
stuff popping up. So, but I mean, I do like the characters though. I just would like to see it go deeper and like for some of the some more of the darkness to come out because I think that it's a whole lot there. But okay, so,
Yeah.
so you got Anita, Vernon, Nicole, and Danny. So those are the Duprees. But then you also have this is a huge family. You got the Richardsons, you got the Hamiltons and the Hawthorns, um, and then the McBrides, the Thomases, the like you got a lot of people.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people, and then Ted, Martin, Smitty, Cat, Andre, and the kids. I can't never remember them kids' names.
Um, I forgot their name.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. I don't know why I can't never remember their names, and I'll be talking about it all the time. But then I think one of the notable things or the key things, character wise through this first season or the first half of the season, I'll say, is that Ted changed. So it's not the same person that was playing Ted in the beginning.
I liked the first
The
Ted.
original. It's
The
almost like when
I liked
Darren
the first
changed
Ted,
from
but I
Bewitched.
think the second Ted was picked for that character. But I think there was something wrong in the timing of his starting, and he had other obligations to fill, and so that's why he started late.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
And maybe they didn't. I don't know. You think maybe they didn't expect for? I mean, not saying they didn't expect for the first Ted to do good, but did you think maybe they just didn't think the character would be as
I don't
popular as it
know.
was?
I don't know, but I like the first Ted.
To
He
me,
needs
that
to come back. He needs to come back.
now how would they do that? How do you propose they do that?
I don't know. The real Ted needs to come back. I like him better.
I don't know. Martin and Smitty, I'm like, okay. I mean, their characters are
I
cool.
don't really like either one of their characters.
I really like Kat. Like I think
Yeah, I
Kat.
like Kat too. She's a
Um,
trip.
yeah, I like Kat. I think the kids are really good in their roles. Um, everybody hating on Haley. Everybody hating on Haley because she got Bill now.
Yeah.
But I like Haley too though. Um, yeah, I think that they did very, very good just in general with picking the characters, because you find a lot of shows like these that everybody don't necessarily gel together, or they don't really
Right.
mesh well. But I feel like it's almost like watching like the haves and the have nots. Like for whatever reason, all of the characters were really, really good on there. You had all of the characters that they had were really good. I actually had. I want to see if I.
Oh, Samantha and Tyrell.
Okay, yeah. Um, I'm getting a better feel for Samantha and Tyrell and their characters and all of that. But I do like their roles. I like that they're pretty outspoken and they kind of say what they want to say. Um, here's a look. Let me see
And
what they.
at first, June was crazy, but now she kind of getting it together.
Yeah, June. That's the
Their
newer.
biological mother.
Okay, yeah, that's Jasmine Burke. Yeah, Jasmine Burke. And I actually was gonna put a picture up of her. Um, yeah, I actually was gonna put a picture up of her because I know that she's one of the characters that obviously came like halfway through the season. What are there any other characters that were added as well?
No,
That's Jasmine Burke. So this is what I was saying. Like she was in Saints and Sinners before. You never watched Saints and Sinners, did you?
no.
I mean, she's been in a lot of stuff, but this is the lady that plays that character.
Mm.
Can you see that?
Yeah, she looked better there than she did when she first came on the Beyond the Gates.
Only you. It took you to say that. But so yeah, so that's Jasmine Burke. And she plays June. So, and for those who are not that far up, because it's not very hard to kind of fall off the wagon with keeping up with these episodes. I mean, it comes on every single day, and they're like on episode what now? 130 what?
138.
So yeah, episode 138, and it hasn't even been on for a whole year yet. It's almost a year, but it hasn't even been on for a whole year yet. I
It
think
started coming on in February.
right. So it's only been on for 8 months, and
Right.
they're like 138 episodes in already. Um, some characters have changed. New people have added. So this diagram or this photo that I have up is one of the original images that went up back in maybe November of last year when they were talking about the show coming. So So yeah, I do like Jasmine Burke's character. I like her character a lot, and I'm eager to see how much further it's gonna go because I think it's gonna be a lot more drama with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's gonna be a lot more drama with her. What what do you think of the other characters that are on here? What was she was Anna, and then she was Dana, and then
she she terrible. Dana. First she was Dana, and then she no, she was Leslie first.
okay,
And
yeah,
then
Les.
she changed her name to Dana. And I think she had another name.
Yeah, it was
She-
it was something else that she was going by too. Dana, Leslie, Anna.
yeah. Yeah, Anna.
Yeah, Dana.
And she was had all them wigs.
Right. Um, and then the daughter, what's her name
I
is?
think she's good. She's a good
Yeah,
actor.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's really gonna be
And
excited.
she has all those hand movements. Like she be like, I like to see what she be doing the hands. Cause that's just what black people do. They be talking with their hands. I like that.
Yeah. So all in all, I think that all of the characters are good. We really just wanted to go kind of through the main people. So I mean, we touched on the Duprees, the Richardsons, the Hamiltons, and the Hawthorns. Because yeah, the Hamiltons and the Hawthorns. That's Bill, Haley, Naomi, Chelsea, Jacob, um, and then you have Tomas. I don't really care for
I
Tomas's.
don't like Tomas because he kind of like on the fence. Whoever give him whatever he want is who he go be with. And so him and Kat done did whatever. And I think he go get Eva too. Cause Eva like him.
Yeah, yeah, I see that
Yeah,
happening.
I don't like him.
I could definitely see the storyline going that way. Um,
She ought to kick him to the curb. And she dogged him when they were in that room, that hotel room, and then they did whatever, and she was like, "You ain't where it's at."
no,
Yeah.
I think it's going to continue to get. I think it's going to continue to get better and better. It's really a good show. Um, I think this episode was really good because all we doing, obviously all we doing is just kind of breaking down the characters and all of that stuff. But like I said, all in all, I think all of the characters are really good. I think it's going to continue to get better and better. Um, all of you guys who are popping in and out, I see people on Facebook, I see people on YouTube. Um, of course, drop some comments in there to let us know who you are, let us know that you are here, um, so that we can get your comments and whatnot up on the screen. If you want to go live with us, we can invite you onto the live. I think that'll be cool if some of you want to come up. But also, let us know, like, if there's people from the show that you want to see on the show, or if you have some thoughts or whatever, and we can inject some of that stuff into there just to get some more engagement going. But I think we've pretty much hit on all of the kind of the primary characters, the main characters, the ones I'll say the ones that matter the most. I think what I want to do now is kind of move over to the plot lines. Um, there we go. Kind of move over to the central plot lines of Beyond the Gates. So you obviously have the theme of legacy going across all of these families and what they've done in the past, what they've known for, who they are in the community, and the fact that all of them are seemingly pillars of the community, or are they? Um, we're learning so much more about all of the characters. The Duprees are really dead set on protecting their name against scandal, and it's funny how anytime something happens, you see Clifton Davis's character come out and he do a press conference and denounce whatever and all of this other stuff, and everybody is pretty much answering to him or kind of following his lead. To me, you have Bill who's kind of trying to take over that, but then there's the shaky marriage with Nicole and Ted. Um, Obviously the unresolved history with Danny and Bill, since they're not together anymore now, and she really still want to be with him anyway, regardless of all of the other stuff going on. So it's like she and Haley are almost competing against each other. Secrets from Chelsea, um, Martin and his stuff that's going on. But what's your thought in terms of just the storyline itself? Like, do you think that it's strong? Do you think it's good? What else do you see of the plot line or the plot?
I think some of the storylines are good. Um, some of the plots are good, but some of them could like they last too long. Like
Yeah,
the thing with Chelsea being kidnapped.
yeah,
That that was too long and it was crazy.
yeah. I feel
And
like a
it's
lot of
kind
the
of
stuff was
unbelievable because like when she was chained up and she was trying, it seemed like, girl, you could get out of that mess easily. I'm just like, really? How long is this gonna drag on?
yeah.
I
It
don't
seemed like
know.
a
It's just
lot of the stuff dragged on too long. Like the girl in the hospital. What's her name?
nosy.
No, the black girl that got hit
The black girl
with the
that got hit.
motorcycle. The one that
Oh,
Leslie hit.
Laura.
Yeah.
Laura. And they
Uh,
kind of dropped that. They kind of dropped that storyline
well,
because
finally, well, finally, I mean,
Leslie,
it went on
no,
since
but
she's
to
been on the
me,
show.
Leslie should have suffered some consequences or something. So it's kind of like
Oh,
they
you're saying
let
they
that,
dropped it
they,
as far as Leslie?
yeah, they
Yeah,
dropped that. And to me, I mean, Kat was running around trying to get information and everything. And then to me,
and
they
basically
should
nothing came
have,
of it.
at some point, Leslie should have suffered some kind of consequence for that.
I agree.
But
I
it's like
do think so. And
she just got off and then she done jacked up Ted's marriage and she going on about her business. Now she trying to build a house. She gonna have the house tore down and build her own house across from the Duprees because she gonna be beyond the gates. She just want to get back there so
I
she
just
could
feel
be.
like I feel like they know what they're doing. And I think that at some point she's gonna suffer. She's gonna suffer some kind of consequence for it.
She
It's
need to
almost
get she need to get got her and Eva because
get got.
Eva in that too. No matter how she be like, oh, I'm so sorry, my mother did whatever, Ted. She full of it too. So
Yeah,
she need to get got too.
yeah. I think something's gonna happen. I think something's gonna come of it, and and it's gonna be some consequence behind it. I think it's gonna wrap back around. That's how to me. That's how they're extending the show and making it more interesting and making it last longer. Like I have to get used to the whole soap opera setup, like with how they come into a scene and they might only be on the scene for 10 seconds and then they flip to something else. And then it flips to another scene. And then I sometimes I think that it flips too fast. But maybe not though. Maybe that's I mean, what's your thought?
That's how stories go. That's
Yeah,
just how they go. They flip from one scene to the other scene, and you just have to keep up.
yeah. I have to I don't know. I have to I have to get used to that. It's interesting it's crazy how vested you can become in these shows. Um, because it's like once you in the beginning, like when you first start watching it, it's like, okay, it's kind of boring at some points or whatever. But then it's like it start getting good and you kind of can't put it down. I spent all last week watching this all day long at work. It don't make no sense. It really don't make any sense, but it's a really, really good show though. I think that they've done pretty good in terms of the plot and just really extending it for as long as they have. Because I mean, you think when you think about it, it's still season one and it's 8 months later.
Right.
We're a
And they
hundred.
were approved for season two, which is good for a basically black show because I've
Right,
looked at stories forever. I used to look at Guiding Light. Those shows are no longer on, Guiding Light and As the World Turns. And I done watched all them stories, and they all kind of seem the same. They all have the main family, and the main family is trying to keep their name golden or whatever,
right.
and then it spins off into other plots and stuff, and they all
Do
seem the same. But I'm glad this is a black show,
yeah.
basically a black story, and I'm glad that it seems to be doing very well.
It's doing very well. Did you see any of the stuff that came out over the weekend? Like there's a video from the new Ted, like a because you know he's a he's an artist as well. So and he has music out. So he just did a song and a video like connected to the show and to his relationship with Nicole, and they're in the video and all of that. Did you see that?
No.
I'm gonna send it to you because I just saw it this morning. But I think it's cool. Like I think they do very good at promoting the show, like with the other stuff that they have going on. Like he's tying his music and all of that stuff to the show and using that to help. Like to me, I think the show is doing really really good.
Mhm.
And like you said, because that's even better because of the fact that it's a black show. Basically, I mean, obviously there's there's different ethnicities of cast who are on the show or whatever, but it's primarily black.
Right.
So I think that it looks really good in terms of that. Any other thoughts from you about the plot line?
No.
Okay, so and thank you to the people who are there in the background. I still see some of you on Facebook and on YouTube. We need your comments. Put your comments in there. We need your comments. So, why do you think people are so hooked on the show? Which is our next segment. Why you're hooked. So,
Because it's good. Because it's good.
that's it.
it,
Because it's good. That's why.
it,
Because
it's good.
it's.
And
I think there's a number of reasons.
it keeps you interested. You always want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I think there's a number of reasons, and I put some stuff. You'll see in the notes that I sent you. I did put some stuff on put some stuff on there. So the representation, the black people leading the storyline, fulfilling the cast and whatnot, is multi generational drama. So it's not just people of today's generation, but it's like the history of the family and all of the stuff that they've had going on throughout the years and whatnot. I think that adds depth to the show. With there being issues between the parents, the kids, the parents, the grandparents, and everybody beyond that. I think that that's good. Crossovers, Young and the Restless, bold and beautiful characters connecting. Um, I think it's really really good. And just the fan energy, like you see a lot of fan pages and Instagram pages and Twitter pages and TikTok pages and all of that stuff. Especially if you're on social media, then you'll notice a lot of that stuff. But I think that that's a really good thing about it too. Um,
Right.
I think that the show feels fresh. Like even though it's a soap opera, it doesn't seem like dated. Like I think it seems current, and they've worked a lot of stuff of today in there, like social media, and like of course when Danny was gonna shoot up the wedding,
No,
and
that was
the
good.
one broadcasted on social media, like I thought,
Right.
and they was talking about BET and all of that. I thought that that was pretty good, and how they
Right.
working today. So I do think that that has a lot to do with why it's so successful. Why do you like it so much?
I like it because I like all the characters, and some of the scenes seem like they could really happen, and it's just interesting. I just like it.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I've always kind of liked shows like this. So when you look back to, I mean, heck, I used to watch All My Children, and um, what was it?
Danny's
One
friend
Life,
came from All My Children.
right?
Danny's friend and Joey that plays on there. Joey was they were married. Danny's friend, the I forgot her name, but she used to play as Dixie on All My Children. And Dixie was married in real life to Joey.
Okay. Um, it's interesting. And I think that's what they meant by the crossovers. And you have people coming from other soap operas who are now on here. Um, and another reason why I think people like the show is because you're getting familiar faces. So you got Jasmine Burke, you got Tamara Tooney, you got Clifton Davis, you have the characters that you was just talking about, Joey and the one that played Dixie. And I think that matters, and I feel like they put a lot of thought into that, into stuff like that when they were putting this show together. But I've always liked this kind of stuff. Um, with Granny, with your mother, I used to watch All My Children and all of that stuff, and then Granny on Daddy's mother used to like One Life to Live, and
Yeah, I used to watch One Life to Live, General Hospital, Young and the
yeah,
Restless.
your mother liked General Hospital.
Right.
Granny liked Young and the Restless and One Life to Live. I don't know if she watched All My Children at all or not, but I know she would watch One Life to Live every day. And and then of course, the more current stuff. Like we was all over the haves and the have nots.
Right.
Which I mean essentially is the same type of show. It just was on prime time. But um I think this is really good. I think it's gonna get even bigger and better. And I think they're going to start bringing some more bigger characters in. I know that for season 2, there are some housewives that are going to be coming onto the show. So, like people from, I don't know if it's anybody from the Housewives of Atlanta or which franchise it's from, but I do know that some of the housewives are going to end up being on the show in season 2. Um,
Oh, okay.
so they're definitely getting a lot more, of the bigger people, and I'm excited to see that. I've really gotten into it now, so I'll be watching again tonight. I'll be watching some more of it, and I love the fact that when you go back and watch them, they're only like a half an hour. It's like 36 minutes.
If you watching on Paramount,
Right. That's what I'm
because
saying. That's what I'm saying. Because if you
Paramount
watch it during the
has
week
no
on TV,
commercials.
right. But if you watch it on TV during the week, you get all the commercials, so it take a whole hour for you to watch it.
Right, right.
So I like being able to just go back and watch it. So I'm never current in that sense, or I'll never be current in that sense. And we ain't gonna talk about the fact that I ain't been current all this time. But I'm I'm about there now. So you ain't got nothing to say. You can't got nothing to say because I'm about there now. But I am super excited. I think that is good. I think it's good. Like our podcast is going to get even bigger and better because now we're going to be able to start bringing people onto the show because starting next Sunday. So make sure y'all are watching because next Sunday when we come back, the goal is for us to have somebody from the show on here. And we're going to be talking about all of this week. So starting tomorrow, going all the way up to Friday, we're gonna be talking about about the shows for this week. So make sure that you guys have your details together and that you've been watching because we are gonna want to get you on the screen. And I'm heavily promoting it this week and probably gonna pay for some advertisement so people know and that we have a whole bunch of people on here and we can get people talking and whatnot. And we're gonna bring some people on the screen and kind of have some talk back and see, what people think of the show. What do you think about that? Ma.
Sounds good to me.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
It sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, at this point, we're gonna go into our fifth and final segment for today. And the segment titles are gonna change every week. So y'all gonna see what we're really putting in to this podcast. I think it's really, really exciting. I purposely used the Duprees as the background, as you can see. So I'm really, really excited about this, and we're gonna get somebody on here for next week. So I'm gonna be working on that. But for our fifth and final segment, we are gonna go into the close and hopefully a little bit of engagement. Everybody been quiet today. But I see y'all on there. So I would rather you be there and not say nothing than to just not be there at all. So thank you for coming on to the show. Fifth and final segment, close and engagement. Who do you trust the most out of all of the families, or who do you not trust?
Hmm. I don't trust Bill at all.
I knew you. I knew you
Bill
were going
is
to say Bill.
terrible. I could not believe he did Doug like that this week. I just couldn't believe it. Doug spilled his soul out to Bill, and Bill went and told Joey. I'm like, really, Bill? You go do your homeboy like that? I mean, that's just kind of foul.
And then Joey is who killed him, ain't it?
Yeah, that dirty old cop. The dirty cop did it. Whatever he did.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, Joey called the cop, and the cop did whatever had to be done.
But I knew that
I can't believe Bill did that.
is, and I think that speaks to what I was talking about the dirt that people have that is starting to come out. I feel like who I
And
don't
then Vanessa had the nerve to ask Joey if he was involved in it. And of course Joey like, "Oh no, I'm not involved in that. I'm with you." He know full well he called that man and told that man to do whatever to kill Dougie. But she a little tramp, so she had no business with him no way. Now she wanna be playing like she all distraught about Doug being dead. Girl, bye.
yes, I mean, she ain't worried about that. And I don't believe for a second that she's that distraught over it or whatever. So I'm sure that'll come out.
She knows she wrong.
I think that in all honesty, who I would say I don't trust the most are the Duprees because I think it's something there. Like them ladies when she was trying to get the band back together and they came back and they was talking about all the stuff that she did in the past and pushed them out and it's some stuff there. And Clifton Davis, he seemed too clean. He got something. He got something.
Yeah,
I think he got something. I don't trust them the most because I feel like they have the most power to make some stuff go down. And you
right.
don't get that kind of power by not having the past. I don't think.
Mm, right.
I don't think. So I would if I had to pick who I didn't trust the most, I would say the Duprees. But I think that that'll remain to be seen. I would love for for all of you who are here. I know that many people are going to see this after we have gone live and gotten off already. So if you are watching this, we want you to make sure that you follow us on social media. Of course, we have our own social media pages, our own Instagram pages, but it would be great if you followed us on the show Instagram, which is Soap Dish on UGD. So SOAPDISHONUGD. Soap Dish on UGD. Make sure that you follow that. It is going to be the same across all platforms. So we will have our Facebook pages and chats and everything up. That handle is also going to be Soap Dish on UGD. We'll get an X account created, Soap Dish on UGD. So it's going to be the same thing. Obviously, for branding purposes, it'll be the same thing across the board. So make sure that you guys follow us. Make sure that you subscribe to the network, UGD Podcast Radio on Instagram. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get all of the notifications of when we go live or when we upload new content. A majority of our content is going to be live. There may be kind of some off-schedule conversations with people from the cast. So because we are live, obviously, specifically on Sundays, that may not necessarily work for everybody. So anytime we can get somebody, whether it's during the showtime or whether it's outside of the showtime, um, that stuff will be hitting the network as well. And the only way for you to know that it's there is if you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So make sure that you subscribe. We'll be sharing across all social media and all of that jazz. This is Soap Dish, where the drama never sleeps. So clearly we are doing Beyond the Gates. I'm getting old, my mind be like, I be forgetting stuff. I was finna say, what are we doing? That's like an Eva question, right? An Eva May question. Like, I'm finna say, what are we doing? We are doing Soap Dish, where the drama never sleeps. But we are also gonna have content for other shows on here as well. So we'll start breaking down other shows. It may not be with mommy. I may have some other people on here breaking down some shows with me too. But we are gonna work to get people from some of the classic shows and whatnot. And I already know that Mama likes Mama's Family. So I'm working my hand on trying my best to see who I could get. That's still alive, obviously, but try to see who I could get to come on here. And we're going to start talking about and breaking down some of these older and more classic shows and whatnot too. So it's not just going to be Beyond the Gates. So it's a whole lot going on here with Soap Dish. It's a whole lot going on with UG Digital Media and Podcasting and the Podcast Network. A lot of podcasts here on the network. So make sure that you guys, once again, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get all of the notifications. And we had a guest who was going to be on with us tonight. She actually texted me. Her name is Penny Smith. So she is also another avid fan and viewer of the show. She is Mommy's best friend. And there are going to be some Sundays where she comes on the show with us. Also, my sister, the only Joy Kennedy, may also do some episodes with us as well. And who knows, we may have some other people pop in too from UG Digital, from the network and whatnot, because clearly it's a ton of people watching the show. So a lot of our people and a lot of our circle are watching as well. So they may pop in here and there. But as for now, you got the two of us. We are your primary host here. I am James. That is, who are you? I'm not just quick saying that's Mommy.
I think I'm Jeannine Johnson Hogan.
Well, listen, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you being on the show and watching for this first episode. And this is Jeannine's first podcast. So give her a hand and a round of applause, because I think that she did very, very good. I'm excited. I'm super happy to be doing this show with you. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for agreeing to do it. And we're going to have a whole lot together for next week. And I'm going to be caught up. So we're going to talk about all this week next week.
All right.
So
all right.
we appreciate. Look, you talking like you finna hang up the phone. Like, all right, bye. Is that what you was getting ready to say? Anyway, that's it. So we are signing off. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we are out of here.
All right.